that this is my community after my YouTube live this morning.
Hey Fuzzy, first up, remember the golden rules. Let's tap the screen 10 times if you're on TikTok, and hit the thumbs up button if you're on YouTube. Not a lot moving at the moment. Well, yesterday wasn't a good day to trade. In fact, the last week's not been great to trade, actually, Fuzzy. So don't get too despondent. Just manage your risk. Make sure you manage your risk. Yesterday I was down as well, so. Finished yesterday 2,500 down, so we've got a bit of a drawdown to make back. Oh, you're over trading. If you 80 trades is too much, Fuzzy. If you're not making any inroads, that's probably why you lost 25% of your equity there. It's way too much for a small account. A trade a day is a small account way. Hey Dave. I mean, it's okay to. The thing is with a small account like $200 account, you've got to factor in the fact that you're going to have commissions as well on top of that, unless you're trading in a zero commission broker, in which case you're going to have to make a little bit more on the move because the spreads are going to be bigger. But if you factor in commissions, let's say it's between $6 and $10 round trip on a $200 account, every time you take a position, every time you take a trade, you've realistically got to make at least $15 to $20 just to stay profitable. So you're asking for a 10% move, a 10% gain on every single trade. It's not ideal if that's the situation. I mean, you can do it. It can be done, but it's ambitious, asking a lot. I mean, I would ambitiously say 10% across the day, not 10% per day, per trade. So to actually ask for 10% per trade is, like I say, it's very ambitious. And you know, not every trade's going to go for you. So just take the A plus setups, Fuzzy. Just if you want to trade and the setups aren't there, trade in your paper account. That's what I should have done yesterday. I shouldn't have been taking those trades when the setups really weren't there. And to be fair, yesterday I was a little bit fatigued. I hadn't slept well the night before, so I probably shouldn't have been trading. But yeah, give me one moment. Morning, user. Overtrading is a very real risk. If you're not, if you're not being patient and disciplined enough, you will blow up your account. But small accounts are easier to blow up. If you've got a larger account, you can. I don't advise you doing it, but you can be a little bit looser in your trade selection, because you can then potentially claw it back if you go in the red, which is essentially what I've been doing over the last week. I've been taking trades that are not A+ setups. I've not been patient enough, because let's face it, the market's been very pedestrian over the last in terms of the low float stocks. We've had quite a bit of movement, but the big moves have been on low volatility, or they've been selling off. And you know, I'm not really a short bias trader, I'm a long bias trader. So you know, yeah, sit on your hands until you actually see it fuzzy. It's okay if you want to trade on your paper account, no problem. You can continue to get the practice in, but just sit and wait for the A+ setup. All day today. Well, good morning to you, everyone on YouTube. Morning to everyone on Share Vision, everybody on Twitch, and those of you passing by on Twitter. Say good morning. Of course, I'm talking market time. It's afternoon where I am. Good to see you, Matt. So let's look at the S&P 500. Yesterday we flirted down here. We flirted with all-time lows. If we go to the Dow Jones Industrial, we actually broke all-time annual lows. If you look at this on the daily, so you can see here that this was the lows back in June that we got to. You can see we actually broke that yesterday on the Dow Jones Industrial. On the S&P 500, we got very close. So I drew this line on the S&P 500, and you can see there 362.15. Oh, 362.17 was the actual low, but who's counting a couple of cents on the SPY? And we got very close to it yesterday. So we got to 363. And before it bounced, so we might see a bit of a dead cat today. I don't think it's over. I don't think the sell-off's over. I think we will break these lows. That's my own personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, don't sue me, but we're getting a bit of a bounce. We hit this 362 support line, which was support back in June. I think we'll come back and retest it at probably some point during October, maybe not today. But I think we'll come back and test it certainly before the year's out. That's just my own opinion. Let me know yours. Hey, Trump. Cool. So we're just waiting for some Lucid is breaking highs. Let's have a look at Lucid. It's probably on low volume. Oh. Yeah, it's on lower volume. It's breaking highs up at 14, so that's looking reasonable for Lucid. It's 4% up on the day. If there's anything that you're watching, let me know what you're watching, guys. We'll take a look at it. Intelligent living seems to be the only thing that's up the required amounts that I look for, at least anyway. It's below my floor, so I'm unlikely to be trading it. Let's have a look at Quilliam. That popped up nicely up to kind of 290s, well 280s, and sold off. So it's well below the VWAP. Probably not looking strong enough for a long at this stage. May change later, but that's the second biggest mover this morning. Ocular, just it's a little pop up first thing, and then consolidation. We're back above the VWAP on Ocular, but the volume's very low, so again, not something that we can really trade. Ape is the fourth, so the AMC preferred shares. It's the fourth biggest mover so far this morning, and that's up at 367s. So again, relatively low volume, not the greatest look on it. It is slightly up 8%, but nothing really that strong. There's nothing on the momentum chart at all over the last 15 minutes. That speaks volumes. So I've got another quiet day ahead of us, it looks like. So it's going to be one of those things, one of those days where patience really is a virtue. Patience is really the most important thing you can do on your trading today is be patient. So just do that. Wait for the A+. Morning, Jim James. Colin from Mars. This is not a Forex channel. Sorry, buddy. This is stocks and shares. But the euro, US dollar, I can't pull it up on this screen simply because we don't do Forex on Dash Trader. We don't do Forex with CMEG either, for that matter. Cheers, Matt. Uptrend bounce. I don't know about uptrend bounce, Matt. I think dead cat bounce might be the terminology that we look for. So, I think if we need to get above 370, because that's where it rejected hard at 370 yesterday. So if it gets above 370 today, we have a chance of having a bit of a bear market rally, but there's also a chance that it'll just continue to sell off. It'll reject before 370 and sell off, and then break lows on the S&P. It already broke lows on the Dow, on the Dow Jones Industrial. So yeah, well, the lows back in June on the Dow Jones Industrial were 298. So we're still below the June lows. We're actually at annual lows as of yesterday and the day before, for that matter. So that's yeah. I could explain how the tax works on stocks and shares, but it depends really on your jurisdiction. So if you're based in Canada, it's going to be different than if you're based in the US. If you're based in Ireland, it's going to be different from where you're based in the UK. What I can say is that there's a couple of different ways. Again, it depends how you're trading it and what type of account you're trading it. So you can trade in a savings account like an ISA if you're in the UK, for example, and you can trade in a retirement account. Now, an ISA has a cap on the tax-free amount that you can have in the account. You can have a pension account or a retirement account, which is the SIPP, Now, if you're in North America, Canada, or the US, this is like an IRA, but in Europe, it's an SIPP. It's a self-invested pension plan. And that's 100% tax-free, provided you leave it in the account and you don't withdraw it before retirement. So it's a bit to do with both the broker and the trader. So if you're trading as a company, if you've set up an LLC or a limited company, then you get taxed on the profits at corporation tax rates. If you're trading as an individual, then you'll get taxed on your profits at capital gains rates. And now there's two different capital gains, but as a day trader, you'll get taxed on the top rate of capital gains, as opposed to longer term investments. It's slightly different. There's different bands. There are ways to minimize that, of course there are, which is one of the reasons for trading in a business, is that you can offset a lot of that tax. Now, if you want to, again, get tax breaks, you can take your profits that you're supposed to be getting taxes. Obviously, you're going to be doing it on a self-employed basis, if you will. You're going to be responsible for declaring it yourself. So what you do is you do it at the end of the year, when you work with your accountant at the end of the year, how much you owe, but you actually offset all your expenses for trading against that as well. And then, put a large portion of your gains in the UK and Ireland, this is what I would say, or UK or Ireland, put a large portion of your gains into your pension plan, whether it's the self-invested pension plan or whether it's somebody with, Friends Provident or whoever your pension management company is, because you can get tax breaks for doing that as well. In Ireland, they will match that 100%, depending on, there's a threshold, of course, depending on how old you are. The older you are, the more they will match it with you. So you can put it into your pension, and you can offset that against tax as well. So there's a number of different things that you can do. I do, Matt. I do both. I swing and I day trade. So I tend to swing in my interactive account, and what I'll do is I will put my swings on usually on a Monday if I'm swinging, and just hold them through the week. I don't tend to hold over a weekend, and I certainly don't hold over earnings. So if I'm swinging, I'll usually put it on a Monday. I tend not to put it on a Friday. Not a lot moving. Heartbeat yesterday was, well, we managed to get almost $2,000 out of Heartbeat during half time on the football yesterday, on this run up here. So that kind of brought our losses down yesterday. That was the last trade we took, and it brought our losses down. No volume at the minute. We only lost 2,500 yesterday, which is, it's not good, but it's better than where we were after the morning. There was virtually nothing worth trading the whole day yesterday. Yeah, Matt. So what I'd recommend people do is if you're day trading, you can outperform the market. You can also perform significantly worse if you're not doing it right, as most people don't. But you can outperform the market quite considerably day trading, because what you get is if you're swing and long-term investing over the course of that move, you're taking a linear growth from point A to point B. Whereas if you're intraday trading, you're getting in, you're moving up, take some profit. As it pulls back, you're getting stopped out. You might look for the next move and get in, and you're moving from one stock to the next, etc., etc. So you can outperform the market by day trading. But what do you do with those gains? You stick it in the bank and let it depreciate? Because essentially anything you put in the bank is you're losing money on it. So rather than do that, what I do is I split my day trading gains into three pots. I put one pot aside, and that does go into a bank, goes into a savings account for when the taxman comes a calling, and it's just there ready for the taxman. And it's a little bit of a savings for me, because invariably working with my accountant, I don't pay as much as I set aside. So usually at the end of the year, I've got a little bit of a lump sum that is additional to what I've set aside. So a third goes away from the tax man. A third is kind of my cost of living. I'm running 2 households, so I've got the whole cost of living. And the cost of living here in Ireland is one of the most expensive on the planet. And a third goes into more longer term, safer investments and swing trades. The three levels of investing and trading that I would say is the most risky is day trading. The highest risk is day trading. It's the most volatile, and you can lose more, but you can also make more doing it that way. The next will be swing trading. It's a little less risky, but you do have to do a little bit more due diligence around it, be a bit more fundamental analysis biased for swing trading, rather than just kind of catch a rumor, and do your research properly. And then there's value investing. And I say value investing because there's a number of different ways. You can dollar cost averaging, you can lump sum invest periodically, whatever way you're doing. But value investing, it's a long-term play, and the intraday and even month-to-month swings on the market shouldn't really deter you. You put your money in and you're just forgetting about it and keep adding to it until you come to retire. And by that time, it should be in a quite healthy, profitable position. And that's what's considered low risk investments, and particularly depending on the instrument you invest in. If you're investing in, you can invest in stocks, which is a higher risk instrument. You can invest in ETFs, which I would say is more mid-term. You can invest in the bond market, which is kind of long-term, is lower risk. So there's a number of different things that you can invest in long-term, and it's probably, as you get older, it's probably better to gradually move your equity into the lower risk that's going to outperform any kind of inflation, and that way you've got a nice lump sum to live off after you retire. So, just me waffling about. It's not financial advice. Just me talking about my strategy for my retirement. Morning, Steve. Good to see you. That's not really giving me much to get positive about on Quilliam. All right, ITXI seems to be making a little bit of a move. $4 now. Low volume. Can't trade it. Too low. Let's have a look at the crypto stocks, because crypto seems to be rallying a bit today as well. Oh, it's a lower volume, but Marathon Digital is up, currently 7.5%. I'm sure Riot Blockchain and the rest will be up similar amounts. They will if I spell them right on the montage. It's up a similar sort of amount, but again, even lower volume, just consolidating sideways. The smaller price stocks on the same area also up, not quite as much, 3.5%. So the Bitcoin mining stocks, or the crypto mining stocks, seem to be having a buoyant start to the day. However, so is the wider market. So let's have a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Bitcoin's back over 20,000. You like to see it. Gotta say, since last night, it made a bit of a rally, got over 20,000 this first thing this morning, but 1 a.m. this morning, British summertime. So Bitcoin is back over 20,000. It's just trying to consolidate a little bit up there. Hopefully it will hold. We've got Ethereum just below 14,000. We've got 1,400. We've got Cardano, which is 45.5 cents. We've got XRP 47 cents. So right now, I'm not too worried about crypto. I'm not in as big a hole as I was. My XRP is currently about 10% up, 9.5% if I'm looking at it right now. My XRP is 9.5% up on the day. On my holding. I'm holding that long term. Both my Bitcoin and my Ethereum are still heavily underwater, but not as bad as they were. But I'm about 33% down on both of those. Cardano is only 15% down. So, like I was saying about long-term investing, you don't worry about when you're in the red because it's discount buying opportunities. If you believe in the project, if you believe in the company, if it's a share position that you're holding long-term, then you just keep investing. Just whenever you've got expendable income, you put it in there, and it should, if you've done your research, your fundamental research correctly, it should come good in the long term. That's the idea, at least. Am I worried about the Irish budget? Unfortunately, no. I already know what's going to happen. Nothing that's going to benefit me. You know, they're going to raise the taxes. They're going to shit on the people from a mighty height, like they always do. The bottom line with the Irish government is they're running around with their heads up their own ass. They don't know what they're doing, and they don't know how to fix the problem that they've created for themselves. No change there. So the best thing you can do is look after yourself. There's no government on the planet is interested in looking after the people. Just me saying. They claim that they are, and the politicians, a lot of young politicians, get in it with idealistic intentions, and within a couple of years, they're browbeaten to a point where if you can't beat them, join them, and they become as corrupt as everybody else. I don't know of a single political party or government on the planet that isn't corrupt. I think that one of the closest that you might get is you got to New Zealand. They seem to be doing a decent job in New Zealand, but even then, if you look at certain sectors of society which are just, again, shat upon, there's no equality at all there. But what do I know? I'm just a fat bloke on the internet, and these are the meanderings of a fat bloke on the internet. So. Certainly not financial advice, and certainly not. I'm certainly not a financial advisor. So just do your own due diligence, do your own research. Here she comes. Oh, bag. I need to take her to the vets, actually. Forgot to make an appointment yesterday. I think she's got another UT. I said on Friday she wasn't herself. She had a bit of a warm nose, and she's been eating a little bit of blood over the weekend. So I think she's got a bit of a UTI. She's kind of prone to them. Oh, that's typical, Alistair. You know, you give me a compliment and then snatch it back out of the next with the next breath. Afternoon, Kareem. I hope you're having a good day. Don't be what you jumpy for. It's only me. Even your pet. I've got your tickly spot there, didn't I? Okay. Yeah, she gets. It's usually when she's been in season, she gets. She ends up coming down with a bit of a UTI. Remember, she had that pyometra earlier in the year, which was a bit worrying, and I managed to treat that with some Chinese herbal medicine. So she just jumped back on the couch there, back on the sofa. She'll be asleep in 5 minutes. Which is kind of funny because she must have known that both you and Edison are on the stream because we're nearly at 3,000 likes already. So yeah, she does, and it's got the. Do you want to come off the couch then, Mrs. Moon? You will lit your lip. That's where you came over off the balcony, isn't it, hey? Come on then. You know the rules. You've got to stand up. You're not big chunky one here. Come on, get it. There you go. There you go. Next one at 5,000, okay? Tyson Fury for the President of the United. Okay, if you say so, Alex. No, don't know what don't know what Tyson Fury knows about football, but how did I finish up yesterday? I didn't do a recap. I was a little bit tired last night, and then I watched the football and kind of just gave it a miss. All right, Tyson Fury for the president of the federation of whatever. Um, no, I finished 2,500 down yesterday, so it was a red day overall. Third one of the month, considering we were only on half a month as well. That's not great. Yeah, no, neither would I, Matt. You know, he's just bought himself a pub actually. Um, I can just imagine how that's going to go when he finally does hang up his gloves. He does. He likes his sauce, does Mr. Fury? No, he does have a problem with the sauce when he had a problem with the sauce before he got his shot at Wilder. Yeah, I'm watching. I'm watching the crypto stocks, Marathon Digital, Riot, Riot Blockchain. There's actually a couple of the crypto stocks have been moving up nicely this morning. Oh, Liz Truss hasn't got a clue what she's doing. She with that mini budget and oh, the UK government is absolutely clueless right now, and possibly Matt. No, but there's not a lot of good financial news. The Japanese news is strange. I mean, the way that they're trying to prop up the yen versus the dollar because they've been struggling as well. the news over in well, the Swiss franc, for example, they've been buying dollar reserves to try and prop up the Swiss franc as well. To be fair, the Swiss aren't as bad as some of the other countries, but it's usually one of the more stable currencies. The pound is probably going to end up reaching parity with the dollar. The way it's going, it's hemorrhaging. The euro is already, you know, the strength of the dollar now. It's like a wrecking ball through the global economy, and you know. Yeah, no, it's not because he's rich, Ryan. It's because he's a fuckwad. Sunak was. It was like kind of paraphrasing what Gary Neville said about Manchester City and Liverpool winning the title. Trying to choose between Liz Truss and Rishi Sunak who to lead the UK government was kind of like choosing which of two tramps you want to sleep with your wife. You know, it's neither was a pretty good, you know. Do you want to choose a homeless alcoholic or a smackhead to sleep with your wife? I mean, come on, it's which one do you want? They were both terrible options. Right, let's go back to the SPY whilst we're waiting. Bed Bath & Beyond. He moves up on low volume. Will we see a revival of the baby squeeze? Doubt it, but we can see. GCT popped up with a price spike. More volume, but we're getting price spikes popping up now, which potentially with an hour before the market opens might indicate there's a possibility for some good volume today, got some good volatility. Let's see. Is anybody seeing anything that I'm not seeing? Then if you are, just pop it into the chat. Dad, I don't keep abreast. I've got filtered out anything under $2. So my floor is actually $3. My basement floor is $2. But if you're watching the penny stocks and there's anything that you see that's particularly motoring that you would like me to take a look at or pull up on the screen, then by all means do that. For example, AEHL, which is Antelope Enterprises, is currently at $1.12 and is already up 66% on the day. So anything like that, just call it out in the chat, and I will I'll pull it up. We'll have a talk about it. Have a look at it. So this is the third pullback potentially that we're getting right now. So it can either rally from here and potentially go parabolic, or this is probably the last opportunity to get in before it consolidates. Elvis in the building. I didn't know you was Elvis in disguise. I thought Elvis was running a chip shop in Platt Bridge in Wigan. But, you know, after he retired, he's not dead, really. If I had to choose, look, none of them are you know, are worth anything. Ah, right, okay. Elvis is everywhere in spirit. Yeah, I've pulled that up. A-E-H-L. That's actually not as easy to pronounce. It's only 4 letters, but I'll just go antelope. There you go. A-E-H-L. I'm just going to call it antelope because that's what it's called, the Antelope Enterprise. So antelope is probably one of the best movers at the moment, certainly in terms of penny stocks that I've seen. It's lower than what I will be trading. I won't be trading this. It's too low on the price. It's against my strategy. But if you like these penny stocks, and I know quite a few of you do, I know Alex looks at some of these. I know Puno, wherever he is, looks at some of these. So, you know. Just testing highs. Let's have a look at that for Kareem. Kareem, I'll have a look at. Had a good movement yesterday until it. Not yesterday. It was good movement on Friday. Snow Lake moved up really well on Friday and then sold off hard yesterday. As a result, I think it was they announced a public offering or dilution of shares, and that usually does tank the price when they dilute the shares. So this doesn't look like it's moving much. It's up at 189. I would say that Antelope a better option at the moment if you're a long bias trader. Everything's low momentum at the moment, Kareem. The S&P 500, well, the markets seem to be, well, they're above the VWAP at least. Let's look at the NASDAQ, because that did hold a lot of its, it didn't sell off as hard as certainly the Dow Jones, which kind of held the S&P up. Some of these tech stocks held the S&P up a little bit, but the NASDAQ here, oh, this is the Qs, which is an ETF representative of the NASDAQ. Is trying to test 279 here. If we can get up above yesterday's highs pre-market, we might get a rally after the bell if we get rejected at these highs. So we're looking at 279.50 on the Qs. We might get a sell-off, and this is what I'm worried about. Is we got up here yesterday and sold off, didn't quite break annual lows. We found this support level here at 273.50 or whatever it was, 273.50 area. But if we sold off like that yesterday, we could sell off just as hard again today. Let's see. I totally agree with you there, Kareem. Momentum is absolutely the key. We need good volatility, good momentum. And it's just not, there has been at least one stock moves in the day. You only need that one stock, and that was true on Friday. We got one stock into the close, really moved about 90 minutes worth of volatility. Very low volume up until then, and it moved $70 in 90 minutes from like just over $25 to $95. And in hindsight, I probably should have traded it a bit more aggressively myself and not just cut it once I got twice over goal. But hey, look, in hindsight, we'd all be the world's best trader. Yeah, so I've been looking at Ocular. It's not got, again. It's not got the momentum though at the moment. That's the thing. Momentum counts for a big. What you want is good momentum, because if you're getting something that's trading well, the likes of ATXI is breaking highs now. So ATXI just popped up on this one. So this is the first one to actually have a bit of a pop up. Again, I think this is just sector volatility. Avenue Therapeutics. Not seeing any news that's broke, but you know, we'll get there. Very small float, less than 1 million in the float on ATXI. I'm not seeing any news either, but we'll see. Ouch. Yeah, as a small, I'll pop this on the watch list there. So I can take a look at ARDS for you, but it's certainly not one I will be trading. It's less than $1, so literal penny stocks here, and up at 92 cents. It has moved up quite considerably. So this is it's moved up. It's now 8% positive on the day, but it's moved up 90% in the last 5 minutes. It was down at 55 cents. It's now up at in the 90s, so it's quite a big move. Oh, let's go back to ATXI, given that that's something that I can trade. Should it break 550 again, with decent volume, I might be interested. We've got 40 minutes before the bell. Well, good luck, Nereus. I'm looking for confirmation more than that. A higher time frame. Oh, 5:45 posted. So I'm looking at. Well, 42 on that is the candle. So 43 could be an entry, but I'll wait for the $0.50 break. Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond, it's making some slow moves up, but it is on lower volume. So we've only had the one candle above 10,000 shares so far on the 1 minute time frame. I want to see confirmation that we're not just getting a quick spike and then a move back down. So keep an eye on it. Certainly on the 5 minute, would say if it gets back above 690, testing $7 will be interesting. Nice little flag setup, consolidating around the VWAP here. We saw this yesterday. We saw a couple of them do this, and the flag set up, and it just fizzled out because the volume just died off. I think you underestimate my influence there, Neris. I don't have that many followers. I need 1,000 followers to be able to say that I'm a fully fledged influencer. I don't have that level of influence, Neris. That's 1,000 followers on YouTube, because Neris is on the YouTube channel. Here we go, we're going to get it. Well, I'm waiting for the break of $0.50 and the move back up. Well, why would you want to watch your screen, Alistair? How's the move, by the way? You settled in now? Have you got your connectivity? You got your fiber connected and everything else, Alistair? You were. Looking for the retest. Current high is 84 of the day. Yeah, to be fair, Neris, that was it was a good VWAP bounce there that you got. That fair play to you, buddy. Dip to the VWAP, catch the bounce, and away you go. I feel you. I feel you on that, Alistair. I'm on the 3rd floor with no lift, and when I moved, it was exactly the same. Yeah, I had exactly the same feeling. Absolutely hilarious. That's the whole point. Oculus coming back again. 530s. Low volume. It's actually kind of lost all its gains from its initial move up. So probably not looking very good at the moment. SPY pulling back a little bit. Got rejected at 370. Sounds about right, that Nereus. About the same myself. Over the course of the year. I'll quickly look at my stats while I'm about it. Yeah, 32.7% of my trades are losers. But very similar. Not a bad ratio, that, Nereus. In fact, it's a very good ratio. As long as you, I hear what you're saying about that. Become good at losing as a trader. Know when you're going to, when it's a loser, so that you can actually cut it, so you can identify a loser. Absolutely, totally get that. I've got a nice bottle here if you want it, Alistair. Need to get some more this weekend. I'm kind of I've been saying to myself I need to do a shot for a while. I've just been getting bits and bobs from the local shop and not actually doing a proper shot. I need to do that. Well, open in 30 minutes. Well, 28 minutes. Nah, you didn't, Nereus. It's when you go to college, it's not so much the education that you're going for, it's the life skills. So people who say I'd never used my education, I wasted that 4 years at college. No, you didn't. You gained life skills, which is more important than the education. I was a mechanical engineer at college. I got a degree in mechanical engineering. I've never done a day's mechanical engineering in the last 25 years or whatever it is. So it's the life skills you pick up at college that are more important than the actual academic education. Totally agree with that one, Kareem. Follow your passion. There's an old saying, and that's find out what you're passionate about and then do that for your career, and you'll never work a day in your life. I've got dyslexia, Alistair, so don't be careful on the word you put in there, because I saw 2 T's instead of an FT. I'm like, what? Yeah, she'd love that. I thought you'd had an upset stomach. I don't know about that one, Kareem, but I'll take that as a compliment. To be fair, it's not as easy as this year's not been as easy as I was hoping it would be in terms of trading. Well, that's not a bad income. In fact, that's a very good income, let's face it. It's higher than the Western industrial average. Higher than most people in the world. You put that... No, I've got to stop at $5 there. I'm holding the whole dollar because we've got the resistance at, I think it's 510. Well, bought at 502. So I'm holding till $5 there, Alistair. I wouldn't say I'm holding too long in this one. I've got my my cutoff here is at $5. Unfortunately, when I say I'm on target to earn a have a seven-figure year, people don't realise that you don't actually get that. When the taxman's had his cut, and then the cost of living, and you know, running 2 households is expensive. Hey, look, I've become totally obnoxious. For a million a month? Bloody hell, that would be nice. Possible in a nice bull market, I guess. Unlikely, but it's possible. It's hitting everybody too hard. Let's face it. You work out what your budgets are just because you live to your means. If you earn 50 grand a year, if you earn 20 grand a year, you'll spend 20 grand a year. If you earn 50 grand a year, you earn 50 grand a year. Before I started trading, I was on a $250,000 salary, so I've got lifestyle and expenses that on for that. You end up putting a budget together, and the cost of living goes up, and in particular interest rates. You know, one mortgage is bad enough. When you got two, it's pain in the hole. Then of course, got no gas in this place. It's just electric, but it's screwing us over. Well, just again, cost of living. Well, base hits their trump. No, I'm not into that kind of crap there, Ryan. You know, motors and whatnot. I used to be when I was younger, but it was like a Volvo gets you to, you know, in comfort, gets you the same place as a Lambo would, but the Lambo wouldn't be as comfortable. Now, go figure. I couldn't afford a Lambo anyway. I've not got the money to buy a Lambo outright, and I wouldn't buy a car outright again anyway, because as soon as you take it off the lot, it's a depreciating asset. It's a liability, not an asset. So, yeah. I like I've got a nice watch collection now, which is, for me, I see that also as an investment. It's nice, you know. I've got some really nice watches. I've got a shoe collection. I'm a bit of a, I suppose the terminology is sneakerhead. Bedroom wall has got the whole bunch of shoe boxes. I've got some nice shoes actually. Oh, whilst I'm more of a low-key flex than anything else. But no, I'm not your kind of Lambos and jewelry type person. You know, put your bloody diamond grill on your teeth and like the superstar rappers and whatnot, gangster rappers. That's not me. Yeah, the roads are terrible here as well, so. Let's break the $50. You know you want to. Lock in some green. Looking for the break of the $50, and I can take half of this off. All right, the rest I'll get out at break even. I'll ride it up. Yeah, that's I hear that one as well. Neville. An accountant worth his salt does not come cheap. Speaking from personal experience. Let's get out there. It's not breaking out as quickly as I wanted it to, but you know, it's a nice little start. So I've Well, it's just lo-fi, easy listening, Doug. It's not going to detract, but when I'm concentrating, it stops there being just a deathly silence on the stream, you know? I don't know who that is. I don't know the country code, so I've got a few. I think the most expensive one I've got is a Rolex Daytona, but it's probably not my favorite one. I've got a couple of Breitlings. This one here is Patek. So I've got a few, Ryan, a few different ones. Got a nice Omega Seamaster as well. That wasn't a really expensive one, but it's just, I like that one. It's a nice day watch, is the Seamaster, the Omega Seamaster as well. Yeah, absolutely, Neville. 100% with that. And the other thing is, maximize your tax avoidance or tax reduction, and a good accountant can do that for you. Yeah, you can. What I would say is, if you it's a low-key flex. So if you start getting some of the big watches that are bigger garage, I prefer to go for the nice slim. I mean, like this one, for example, it just looks like a normal watch, but it's quite expensive, so people don't notice it, you know? You go for the big garage, horrible ones, then you're asking for trouble. And you stay out of trouble. You stay out of troublesome areas. If you go flexing in, areas of poverty, then you ask for all you get. It's like walking around the slums in India with a big Nikon camera and expensive jewelry and stuff, and then wonder why you get mugged. They can be. If you know what you're looking for, Alistair, you can pick up some good ones. I would say brand new watches. If you know what you're looking for, then yes, they can be good investment. But what I look for is the resale market. You can pick up some absolute bargains, and they're worth a small mint. What the hell? So we're looking at 65. Might take you up on that one day, sir, Nereus. A nice watch doesn't tend to depreciate there, Alistair. Well, if you got it 35 years ago, it's probably worth a nice little package now. You tend to find it's a little bit like antiques. If you collect antiques, watches is another kind of classic watches, and a really good. If you got an old watch, what really got me interested in watches was I got a Tudor watch, and it was my father's. He bought it in, I think it was in Aden or Saudi Arabia or something, when he was a Marine back in the 60s. He was a Royal Marine. The Royal is important. So he was a Royal Marine back in the 60s, and he had this. It was fully automatic, and he gave me that for my 21st birthday, and that's what got me into nice watches. So that was my first expensive watch, although he didn't pay a lot for it back in the time, and didn't realize how much it was worth when he gave it, or maybe he did, I don't know. But he gave me that watch, and I didn't know how much it was worth, but I was just wearing it as a day watch around college and stuff. And when I found out how much it was worth, I was like, holy crap, you know. I'll have a look at HKD. Low volume. Nah, it's not even back yet. It's kind of break even on the day. 45,000 shares traded. The spreads are reasonable for HKD. AMTD Digital is the company, but you know, I've seen this one with spreads over $100 before now. At 65, I've seen it with spreads at like $5. So the fact that it's only 70 cents is those are narrow spreads for AMTD. I wouldn't say that's back just yet. Yeah, so what you'll find, like I say, is an investment. Think about it long term. If you're going to pay $500 at the turn of the century for a watch, and you get it valued now, and you find it's worth what, 10 grand, 10 grand or whatever, you'd say that that was a pretty good investment. Yeah, I don't. It's too much of a risk for me, is that one. The lack of volume, the big moves on the lack of volume are what worry me about it. And this, we really want to see this above breaking the $0.75 level. That's the next resistance level for me on TXI. There's not a lot else moving. Carvana moving back up again. Yeah, so Bitcoin, it's testing testing the 20,000 as support now. Oh, have a look at cassava then. I wouldn't say it's looking strong. There's no volume. I can't trade this at the moment. Pre-market, there's no volume. We've got 10 minutes to the bell anyway, but I can see cassava potentially testing $50 and beyond today, the way it's looking, but needs a bit more volume for me to trade it for sure. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be a good open. I'm hoping we'll get a few gap and goes, or well, some good momentum. Need that momentum. Like, I'll walk away with $300. Think about it. If you get $300 a day, that's $1,500 a week. That's 6 grand a month, more than. So that's a tidy income if you transpose that across the year. Let's have a look at skin for you, Kareem. There you go. Not great volume. Only 15,000 shares traded. I see what you're saying, but it looks like a constant halts up. Yeah, that was at the top of the last hour. 200 million dollar buyback, repurchase, or 200 million share repurchase. So the fact that this is an 82 million float, which puts it at 800 million, well, 900 million-ish. So 850 million, something like that, close to 900 million in terms of valuation. Or market float cap. So yeah, that's interesting, and it's 24% shorted, so that might have a knock-on effect as well. So that could be one worth watching. Skin. Not a lot of volume, but if the volume comes in, it might be worth watching. Yeah, I've just seen that. There it is. It's a little too close to the open for me to jump in right now, I think, unless we break pre-market highs, which we are about to do. So very close to the whole dollar though. So you know what's your target? I'm not seeing anything on the level 2 for $6, any kind of $6 wall either. Let me know. I'm seeing from 687, from 687 to 604, so I'm not seeing a $6 wall there. Few buyers at 572, it looks like. Hey Phil. This is the level that we want to be watching at the bell. 685, give or take. 4 minutes to the bell. coiling nicely under the got a nice little upwards ray line to go with that. Coiling nicely under that 585 level. Two and a half minutes to the bell. We do this every day. 90 minutes before the Open, and we trade the first hour of the Open after the bell. So if you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe or follow. So we do this every single day, every trading day, every market day, not the weekends. I do have to have some rest as well. Miles away. All right, let's get this green, guys. The last minute of the pre-market session is up, so I'm going to change the scanners over a little bit earlier, and then I'm going to be ready for the Open. Very that's not so yeah, not it's a little bit below my floor, that one, Kareem. 123. Again, not a lot of volatility either, not just yet. Oh, looks like I got faked out on that tap and go at the moment. See, give it to the VWAP. Broke highs, we're up to 592, and then completely reversed. So VWAP's at 552. VWAP. I'll stop at the half, just under the $0.50. Got the VWAP and the $half, and then my stop. We did get 5,000. Here you go. Oh, you missed it. Come on. Up you go. There's a good girl. There's a good girl. You're obviously feeling a little bit better today. I'm still going to take you to the vet tomorrow. Yeah, quite a bit. Oh, let's have a look at these scanners. What else is moving? Nothing really. Not yet. Pfizer's making neat moves up. Pfizer about to break highs. So Pfizer breaking highs. Have a look at Pfizer. PFE is the ticker. Up here breaking highs. Testing highs 44.37. So nice mid cap stock. Will we get over $6 now? That's the question. That's the break we're looking for. And a continuation. $2,500 here. Put my stop up to a little over 20 cents. Well, 10, 15 cents above. So my stop is currently 608. Add to the position if we get up above 630. Added to the position, and 615 is my stop. So we're a little over break even on the stop. Let's see if we can't ride this up. Move that stop up to 620, so we're at least making a bit of a profit. Get a little bit of wiggle room. $0.10 on this. Least. Ace hits, guys. Now I've got stopped out. So that's the first $1,000 of the day. Nice green start. Happy days. What's happened to the music? That was the distraction. The music stopped. We need the music for concentration. Now I've got to scale back in here. High of day currently is 645, so we'll wait for the break of the $0.50 before we retest it. Low on this candle is 35. I'll just put my 10-cent stop in there at 30 and I'll move it up to 35. So breaks a low. First candle to break a new low. I'm out. It got me out. It broke a low. Damn it. That was a bit shady. Half off. Move my stop up to just above the $0.50. Let's see how we can scale in, if we can scale in. Will we get $7 here? 57. The high of day 57, so it was 6.57. So I'm not talking 57 cents, Ryan. So 6.57 was the high of day. It's now 6.72. Breaks the $0.75. I will add to my position. So probably wait for the ad. Wait for break 7 for the ad. Put my stop up to 75. Halted? That halt? Oh yeah, there we go. So I've got to stop at 690 for half of that position. And get a resumption here. I'll have a quick look test of that. Resumption at over $7. So we're looking at like 740, 775 on the 770 on the ass. We'll get a nice gap up here. Oh, what else is working? So that's 942. That'll resume at 940. Should resume at 947. What else is moving? Pfizer. Yeah, Pfizer's moving up nicely. It's constant breaking highs. ATXI is really the only one that's really moving with good momentum right now, or was. Oh, we'll go back to it. There's nothing else really jumping out. How could I tell resumption price? Yeah, I'm reading it on the montage. I'm reading it on the level 1 and the level 2. So the level 1's telling me 750, but the level 2's telling me 750 on the ask, but it's telling me at the moment 748 on 730 on the bid. It's fluctuating, so it's looking like it's actually I'm getting up to 810 on the ask. So it's definitely going to gap up. How do I add a stop by clicking your chart? I don't add a stop by clicking my chart. I think you can actually set that functionality in Dash Trader. I set my stops by hotkeys. I don't actually click the chart to set the stop. I do it with my hotkeys, and then I'm able to move the stop on the chart. So I've got the stop level here on the 5-minute chart, on my 5-minute chart, and I move it up. You can't see the 5-minute chart. You can see it on YouTube, but I move my stop up manually on the 5-minute chart. And what it does is, as I move it, it then replaces, it cancels and replaces it simultaneously on the system. It won't. So what I moved that after the halt. What it's now got is a cancellation and a replacement ready for the resumption. So it doesn't actually, you can't set a new stop during the volatility trading halt. You can't transact in any way, but if you've got the stop on the chart, the system will allow you to adjust the stop, and then once the market reopens, it will just replace it with the new price on the stop. So I've got a minute left of this volatility halt. I'm still looking at a nice gap up. Nice one, Kareem. That's what we like to see. Okay, so 15 seconds for the resumption. Another halt, straight into another halt. There we go. My stop is up at 750 now, so we're in a good place. This will resume in 5 minutes, so 52. Well, it's 9:47 and 57 seconds was the halt, so it'll resume at 9:52 and 57 seconds. We'll call it 9:53. Oh, I have no intention of overtrading, mate. I want to make back, if I can get 7k out of today, then I'll have made back yesterday's drawdown plus today's goal. That would be ideal. If I could get 12.5, then I would have made yesterday's goal, drawdown plus goal, and today's goal. But I'm not holding out any. I can change it on the chart, and then as soon as it resumes, the system then sends it almost instantaneously. So yes, you can. In effect, it is being able to change the halt. If you've got the stop in place, you're in effect able to change it. Sorcha, I bought Lunar Classic back in June, I think it was. Instead of buying a pizza, I bought Lunar Classic. I think I bought like $30 worth. I got like a couple of 100,000 coins. I think it's a limit stop, but no, it's a market stop. It's just a stop loss. It's a standard stop. Market stop. Stop loss is no point having a stop loss as a limit stop, because if it blows past your limits, you're not going to get stopped. So you need, for a stop loss, you need it needs to be a market order. So this is going to gap up quite handsomely. Yeah, because it just gets you out at the fastest marketable price, Phil. That's the whole point of a stop loss. Get me out of this position as quickly as possible at the best possible price. So what have we got here? I've got my buying cost is $6.79. Right, okay. Move this up to 760. I'll double my position and I can move it up again. I've got 9.25 on the resumption on the ask, so it's going to be over $8. 0.861, but I can't see that. About 8.20, I would imagine. Yeah. So we've got a minute left of the halt. Sometimes the halts can be a little bit boring, but that seemed to have just whizzed past. So we've got about 30 seconds before resumption, assuming it's only a 5-minute halt. Tried the 3X one yet, Puno? The Korean ramen, it's supposed to be the most spicy in the world. I find it a bit tame personally. Had hotter curries in Newcastle. The Magaloo. I'm sure Alistair will back me up on that one. Magaloo, it's the hottest thing you can put in your mouth, unless you're dating a supermodel. Well, I'm not done yet. Got a cushion on this. I can wait for the pullback. No, I did have the pullback, but I missed it. The break of $9. So. We're in for the break of the $0.50. I've put 10 cent. 10 cent stop there. That's not going to gap up to 10.40. That's what I thought. Ridiculous amount. Yeah, but this is the whole point, Ryan. Is you move your stop up so that right now I'm in a position where I'm at worst case. If I double up, I'm at break even, and I still have a profitable trade. So you're always going to have some risk. You're never going to get the full amount of the move. So I've just moved my stop up to 9.40 now. Just got in. I'm in at 9.49, but my stop's at 9.40. It's looking at like a $10 assumption. So I'll move this stop up to above break even straight away, and then if it breaks $10, I will double up. But I want to get this profitable trade on this one first. In fact, I'll just move it up to 9.50 right now. So that's. And that's the whole point there is the first 2,000, the gains on the first 2,500, it's not that they could disappear, because what you do is you move your stop up to break even. So you're not losing anything, but you could gain. That's the whole point. So you're maximizing the move. If you get bigger share size in there, as it continues to move up, you make more money. So this was 55. This will resume just after the top of the hour. Well, I to be fair, Phil, I took Nereus's advice, and I decided to have a green trade to start the day instead of a red one. Cheers, Nereus. Okay, babe, you've got half an hour to wait, okay? If we get to 5,000 likes, yes, you can have another one of these, okay? I think I gave you it anyway. There you go. Let me just check something. Guys on YouTube, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. It just really helps with the YouTube algorithm. I mean, we've got, you know, 100 people were viewing that YouTube stream, and only 13 people have liked it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong that you don't like my my YouTube content, guys. But if you're watching on YouTube, do me a favor and just smash the thumbs up button. So almost a little under a minute before we resume. AMC to the moon. Well, it's going to be a blue moon. ATXI to the moon, though. That would be better. It's coming down in price. $960. So I'm seeing a transaction at $960. So we might not get such a big gap up right now. Oh, that stopped me out. That was a big flush. Flush down. Straight down. And that's why it's important to have your stops in place. That was a hard flush down. This was gap and go. Absolutely, Jack. Halt down. That just dropped full dollar in a matter of seconds on resumption. And I lost 2,500 shares. I just lost 44 cents. So, oh yeah, no, absolutely. And this is the whole point. Is that every transaction is not going to go your way. It's point blank. Every trade is not going to. So a trade will consist of multiple transactions across the course of the time period that you're actually transacting with that stock. The trade is not every trade's going to go your way. You're not going to have all green days, profitable days. Yesterday for me was a losing day. I had a losing day last week on Wednesday, and I had a losing day on the Monday the previous week. No, not the Monday, Tuesday the previous week, which is the first day back to trading. So you've got to accept, going back to what Nereus was saying earlier, is that he's a good loser now. You've got to accept that you're going to be a good loser, and this, for me, having that stop in place is a safety net. So I would advise that if you can, put physical stops in place, mechanical stops in place, and use them. Move them up, put trailing stops in place if you want to do it that way, or move them manually, whatever it is. But when you get caught in a halt like that, despite what the level 2 was saying, because the level 2 was saying almost a $10 resumption, and towards the end, the bid was down at 960, so it had a resumption at the same level. What's the candle on this? This candle was it actually resumed at 957 and then flushed. So right to now 861, so almost a whole dollar in a matter of seconds. Now this is looking like a 787, so this is looking like a halt down, a gap down. So I don't think it's going to be under $8, but because I'm seeing sales at 805 on the ask, so but it's going to gap down. So now if this is moving up, you're always going to get pullbacks. You just got to be wary. You want to be able to give yourself a little bit of a cushion. And the whole point of going back to what you were saying, Ryan, is that if you've got a cushion, you're not risking the cushion. You might be risking what's in play. You're risking what's unrealized. Once you've got a cushion, you risk your unrealized position, so you're finishing break even on the current transaction, but you're not risking all of what you've given back, what you've made. So you're not giving back all of your profits. So right now, I'm just watching this for a move down. There is a gap here between 780, excuse me, a gap between 780 and 810. So there's a 30-cent gap here, and the market likes to fill gaps. So this resumes lower. It might go down towards kind of 775. Maybe we'll bounce on the. I'm not seeing any kind of transaction levels at this level before, this height before. We've got kind of blue skies above as far as I can see, and it may fill that gap before maybe bouncing at the $0.75 level, maybe come back and retest $8 before moving back up. I don't know. It may be done for the day. Very rarely do you get a halt, then a flush down on resumption, and then it just continues selling off. There's usually a bounce at some stage. But let's see. My intention now is to keep at least $6,000 in the bank. I'm over goal. Get green, get to goal, stay green, stay over goal. That's the plan. So I've got 25 minutes left of this stream, and I don't have to trade anymore because I'm over my daily goal. So I know I'm waiting for the A+ setup, so to speak. Again. What do I do in my spare time? I do quite a few things, actually. You know, twiddle my thumbs, play with myself. No, I'm a Liverpool football fan as well. Prior to the pandemic, I did a hell of a lot of traveling, and then of course I've got my girlfriend to placate as well, so she takes up a lot of my time. And I've got, you know, I've got an ex-wife, bunch of kids, dog, you know. And I've got a few other income streams as well. I do some consultancy business, consultancy work. I've got my website. Got obviously the YouTube channel takes up time as well. I used to play rugby. I actually played rugby professionally back in the day when I was a lot younger and a lot more buff. But no, I'm terrible. I've got a friend who's a professional golfer. Very good friend of mine is a professional golfer, and he was trying to explain to me why I'm the only person I know that can defy physics with a golf club. I can hit the ball off the tee and it finishes behind me. I'll get the big dog out, the 1 wood, hit the ball off the tee, and the ball lands behind me. And he was laughing because he was explaining how that's possible. And I'm like, it shouldn't be possible. Like, how it defies the laws of physics, you know? But apparently, I'm not the only one that's done that. No, this is looks like it's going to be a else moving. So it's not like we're missing anything. If there was other stocks moving, I would show them. I would put them on the on the small charts on YouTube. There's not a lot else moving. What I'm a little bit concerned about, so we've got, what, 2 minutes before resumption. What I'm a little bit concerned about is the wider markets. So we're selling off. The wider markets are, it moved up and then it consolidated, but they're selling off now. So are we going to retest those lows? Are we going to go back down to 363, 362? That's the question I would be asking. The NASDAQ, probably a little less likely, but the Dow Jones Industrial, highly likely. We could break new annual lows on the Dow Jones Industrial, and the Russell Index. We're already potentially going to break those lows as well. So yeah, we could test the market lows again. The market's selling off. So let's watch this space. Northern Rugby, absolutely. Man's rugby. They don't call it Super League for nothing. You have to be a Superman to. Actually, saying that, I do like watching the. I enjoy the rugby union, Six Nations in particular. I enjoy being in Ireland, going to an Irish Six Nations match, and wearing my England top, surrounded by Irish. It's great, especially if we win, which lately hasn't been that often. Yeah, to be fair, the Irish have got a good team. And that's one of the things, one of the big differences between rugby and football is you can do that. Doesn't matter what colour shirt you wear, you can sit anywhere in the stadium and it's safe. It wasn't pants, Paul. Burgess was played out of position. That was what's wrong with what was wrong with Burgess. He tried to play him, he was never a centre. They should have been playing him at lock, loose forward maybe, or lock forward. They should never have played him in the centre. Burgess has never played centre. He was not like Sonny Bill Williams. You know what I mean? They looked at Sonny Bill Williams, who was a similar kind of player, and Sonny Bill played centre in Union and played it bloody well as well. And the England setup tried to play Burgess there because he was a similar player in league as Sonny Bill, and he could play lock, he could play back row. He's not a second row, but he can play back row. And he's certainly big enough for a lot. So 82, what was that one? 86. So pretty much filled that gap. So now we might start moving back up. I was just talking about you, Alistair. You must have nipped off and to hump a few boxes. We're talking about the hottest curry in England. It's the Magaloo in Newcastle. I don't know if you've tried it or if you're brave enough to try it. Do you know what? I think I'm done for the day. I'll take another look later. Right, okay. So let's see. This is selling off. So let's talk about the world. Who wants to know about the World Series of Day Trading? Have you registered yet? And if not, why not? That's probably the question I would ask. Get yourself over to the World Series of Day Trading. If you've not registered yet, get yourself registered. Is that where they get? Is that where you get your Magaloo, Alistair? It's hotter because you've got the Vindaloo, then you've got the Farl. You can get those in most places around the country, but you only get the Magaloo in Newcastle. And apparently, if you the taxi drivers there have to be doubly insured, because if it spills on the paintwork of the car, it strips the paintwork on the car. So that's how hot it is. But there you go. Okay, let's talk about the World Series of Day Trading, guys. I'm looking forward to this next month. So this is my face. You'll see that this is my face on the TikTok. If you go through to the link, if you go through to my profile, there's a link here in my profile. It says the link tree, the TikTok trader. You go through to that, go through the splash screen. If it brings it up, if it doesn't, it should just bring you up anyway. The first link is the World Series of Day Trading. Now, if you're interested in day trading and you want to take part in this, by all means, go and sign up. These links are in the description on YouTube, by the way. So if you're watching on YouTube, these are the links in the description. And if you go through to the World Series of Day Trading, you fill in your details, they'll get back in touch with you. And there's over $50,000 worth of prizes to be won. There's a leaderboard of 100 prize winners for the World Series of Day Trading. It's free to enter, so it's not going to cost you anything. If you go through my link, the benefit is it's free for you to enter. It's free for you to enter anyway. You don't have to go through my link, but if you do, it'll put me in good stead with the TradeNet guys anyway that I work with. It's going to take place between the 18th and 25th of October. Now, the 18th is a Tuesday. If you register, they will give you a call before they actually confirm it and give you access to the system. You will get access on the Monday, which is the 17th. You'll get access to the trading platform on the 17th. Now, if you're a Day Trade with Tony student, we'll be having a session on Monday the 17th where we'll go over the platform and we'll get familiar with it. We'll practice with it on the Monday and just get a bit of an edge ahead of the competition. It is a competition. The rules of the competition are quite simple. It's 7 days of trading. You have to trade at least 4 days. You have to show some level of consistency. The winners are the way that you win is the people who get the maximum or the most profits, make the most profit in that time, are the winners. You start off with a simulated demo account of paper trading account on real-time data of $240,000. It's full market data and it's real-time. And the rules are that you cannot have a maximum drawdown of $10,000. So if it goes to $230,000, you're out. At any point in the competition, $230,000 is your max is your max low position. So you can't lose a cumulative $10,000 across the course of the competition. It's really good fun. It's not going to cost you anything. So if you want to try day trade, if you're unfamiliar with trade, you've never traded before, but you think, you know, I could do that, try your hand at it. It's free to enter and the platform's free as well. And the guys over at TradeNet, really good bunch of guys. They have a good education package where they have partners that will fund you as well. If you go through the education, and they were able to give you funded accounts and stuff like that. But however, saying that, the best education you're going to get is by joining me on this second link here in the link tree, second link in the description on YouTube. That's Day Trade with Tony. That's me. I'm Tony. Come day trade with me. Learn to trade. I'll teach you about the gap and go technique, which is what I used today, the gap and go strategy. So if we look at this, the pre-market highs were here at 585. I entered for the break of the pre-market highs, and it moved up. It gapped up pre-market, and as it broke those pre-market highs, it moved up, and that's the goal. So that's the gap and go strategy, just one of many strategies that I teach on the Day Trade with Tony course. If you want to check out the syllabus, you can check out the first lesson on YouTube. go over to YouTube if you're not on YouTube already, and check out this introduction to trading. It's the first lecture, and if you find it useful, you'll find the rest useful, trust me. So go check that out. It's a very affordable course, even in today's society. I've not raised the prices despite the cost of living increase and everything else. It's still only $119 plus tax. So if you're in Ireland, it's $144. It's about, you know, £130 or whatever it is. You can get through the material in a month. Most people take 3 months because they want to practice in a simulator. You get access to the private Discord where we're building the community, a private Facebook group as well, where you get regular updates, mentorship, direct mentorship from myself and the rest of the community that's in there. You get a whole section of best-selling trading reading material, trading books, including someone was talking about Andrew Aziz and other things as well. There's a bonus swing trading course in there as well. And if you're wondering why you should learn from me, because I'm one of the few profitable traders. I come on here and I do this every day, and I show you my P&L, I show you my winners, I show you my losers. I do recaps at the end of each day as well, show you the trades I've taken throughout the day. And here's my trader view statistics, 6 months of trader view statistics, and basically my gross profit over the first 6 months of this year. With corresponding broker reports there as well from CMEG. And yeah, come join us if you want to learn how to trade. If you want to know how to find stocks moving, where do I find them? How did I know that ATXI was moving? And how did I know when it was going to break out and things like that? I use Benzinga. Benzinga is this one. Go check it out for free. If you click on that, it brings you to the Benzinga Pro page, and you just click the start your free trial. They'll give you access to Benzinga Pro for 14 days for free. If you do like it, don't pay full price. Please don't pay full price. Just never pay full price when you've got me helping you out. Come back and use the DTWT35 discount code. You'll get at least 35% off, depending on what subscription you're going for. If you go for a month by month, it's 35%. If you're going for a 3 months, I think you get about 47%. If you're going for the annual plan, it works out about 66%. So yeah, check that out. And if you wondering what I'm trading, or the platform that I'm trading on, it is Dash Trader Pro. So if you want a simulator, Dash Trader, practice on Dash Trader if you're going to be trading with Dash Trader. I can see that ATXI is trying to break out again, but I'll come back to that in a second. In terms of statistics, I use TraderView for journaling and statistics. Let's have a look at my journal as of before we started this morning. So for the year, we're a little over 900k as we were yesterday. So I think Neri saw, or Kareem was talking about, you know, accuracy. 2 to 1 is my trade accuracy on the year in terms of trade selection. My overall profit and loss is about 2 to 1 as well. So the golden ratio in trading is 2 to 1. If you're 2 to 1 or better on whatever statistics, then you've a high chance or high likelihood of being profitable. So I'm ahead of goal for September already on terms of the gross numbers. If I look at September, I wanted to get 50,000 out of September, but bearing in mind I'm only trading half a month. We started with 28k in profit this today. We've just made another 6, so that takes us to 34. It means that for the rest of the week we need to make 16k. So I'm confident we'll be able to do that in 3 days. It's a little over 5k a day. My average goal is 5k a day, so let's see what happens. My statistics this month are not as good as what they are across the year, but it's still profitable. So yeah, that's where we are. That's what I'm currently up to. And let's go back to the halted chart. ATXI halted upwards. So if you are trading it, good luck to you. I'm going to be ending the stream. I'll continue trading for a little while, and then I'm going to go and walk the dog. But Yeah, the call from TradeNet, they've got a lot of people to go through. So you put your details in and they will call you to verify. I think that's who was trying to call me today, but they should know better than try to call me during market hours. Certainly during the open. So yeah, I'll be reaching out to I think it's Stuart that's going to verify my registration on the World Series of Trading. But yeah, go and get on the World Series of Trading. It's let me know if you have signed up, and maybe we'll start our own little leaderboard on the Day Trade with Tony. I can, if you let me know your details, I will pull it up and create a spreadsheet or something, and we can have our own little competition, our own little fun competition here on the Day Trade with Tony channel. And of course, I'll mix up the TikTok and YouTube and Twitch and ShareVision and Twitter users, of course. But why not? Yeah, Fuzzy. So some people are getting lucky. I suppose it depends who picks up your pile. Some people are waiting a week or two before they get called. But if you register now, there is a backlog, which is why I'm saying register now, so that you've got registered, and they will issue your details before on the Monday or before the Monday, the 17th. What you don't want to be doing is trying to get registered the couple of days beforehand and miss out. And it's great. So I don't think I have a team. I'll double check. I might have a team because I've got the whole link and things. So what's the point of me promoting it if I mean it's free? So unless I've got a team, I'll see if I've got a team set up. Then you can just add yourself to that team, I think. But let's find out. Okay. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I will try and make Power Hour late. I'm not guaranteeing anything, so just if you're on YouTube, hit the notification bell. You get notified if I'm coming back for Power Hour later, okay? And if you're on TikTok, make sure you're following me, and or even go over to YouTube and hit the notification bell, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll get notified when I'm going live. If I'm going live on YouTube, I'll be going live on TikTok, so either which way you can get the notifications. So I'll see you later. If I'm going live on for Power Hour, you'll get the notifications as I do, and I'll see you then. If not, I'll be back at it as usual every market day. I am 90 minutes before the market opens and that first hour of the open, and I will do that tomorrow, 8 a.m. market time, New York, 1 p.m. here in Ireland, and of course the UK, same time zone, 2 p.m. on the continent of Europe. I'll see you then, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your humping boxes, Alistair.